Welcome to the All Jammed Up podcast, brought to you by Devil's Foot Beverage and One World Brewing. Today is Monday, February 24th, and today's guest, we have them Pickin' Boys from the Mountain Grass Unit.
What are you doing, podcast for Lot?
Yeah.
Come be on a Lot podcast.
Yeah, hell yeah, All Jammed Up.
This dude's doing a podcast. If you want to be on some podcast, come give an interview.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to the All Jammed Up podcast. I'm your host, Clint Dotson, and I think that this week is the best week of interviews that the podcast has had yet. Today we have Luke, Drury, Sam, and Josiah from the band Mountain Grass Unit. I got to interview them last Saturday before their show at the Orange Peel, where they absolutely melted my face, man. Those guys are absolutely killing it right now. They played a Funky Town that was just out of this world. And a funny thing is, when I walked into their Airbnb to do the interview, they were just playing Funky Town, and I was like, what the hell's going on here? But it was a really sick interview, man. It was an honor to get to hang out with those guys. They're absolutely crushing it right now. So we have them today. And then on Thursday, you might have seen on Instagram now, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Andy Frasco, in person on the podcast. I'm recording this on Saturday afternoon before I go and see him. So on Thursday in Chloe's Corner, we'll talk about his show and everything. It's my first time seeing him just as his band and not as a festival. So I'm super stoked for that. But this week, today, it's all about Mountain Grass Unit. I got to go see them at the Orange Peel. Shouts out to Sam, Reggie. Let me fix that. Reggie, their manager. My cousin decided to shoot down last weekend. No plans, just like, hey, I'm coming to see Billy. And Mountain Grass Unit was sold out at the Orange Peel, and Reggie helped us out, get Brandon in last minute. So shouts out Reggie. But it was a really great interview, man. I'm stoked for these guys. They're absolutely crushing it, and it was really, really sick to interview them, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it too. So enough of me. Let's get right into it. The fellas from Mountain Grass Unit.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Alrighty, guys. We're here with the guys from Mountain Grass Unit. Everyone want to say your name? I got Luke, Sam. How do you say your name again? Drury. And what was your name again, man? Josiah. And these guys are all playing a show here tonight at the Orange Peel. Is this your first time playing in Nashville?
Let's see. We've done the Gray Eagle one time. Actually, we've done it twice. We did the outdoor patio one time, and then upgraded to the main room. And French Broad Brewery we did one time. But this by far is like our biggest capacity show.
Sold out too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting, right?
Yeah, man.
So this won't come out till next week, so you can go ahead and tell me now. Is Billy going to sit in with you guys tonight?
He is talking about it.
Okay. It's kind of up in the air.
I actually sent him a DM a while back. I was like, yo, we're playing this show. If you want to come out, like, don't feel pressured at all, because, he gets done at, 11. After you play the show, you get tired as crap. It's like, I wouldn't want to go out there. So I sent him a DM. I was like, if you want to swing by, he's like, yeah, for sure, man. We'll have to see where the night goes. So
okay.
It's kind of, up in the air. We don't really know.
So do you guys get, nervous if, Billy Strings were to play with you guys? Is that, something like, holy shit, it's Billy Strings? Yeah?
Oh, my turn.
There we go.
No, yeah, I'm shitting my pants a little bit on that here, it's kind of, I didn't really think about it when it was like, yeah, he might come, but then I'm driving up here today, I'm like, if he shows up and walks out there, I'm going to freak out.
Yeah. So is that, all of you guys would say he's a pretty big, inspiration for you guys, as far as... Yeah.
We were actually just, one of Josiah's friends, Drew Matalich, is that how you say his last name? He was Billy's old mandolin player, and we played with him today, and man, he's just awesome. We were telling him about how, growing up and stuff, watching his videos and stuff, he was a huge inspiration, and Billy was a huge inspiration, and all those guys, man, are incredible. It's really cool to, it's kind of crossing worlds now to where, we're playing, and, some of this intermingling.
It's cool. I just interviewed a band, they're a very new bluegrass band, and they're even saying Mountain Grass Unit is some of our inspiration of guys that we want to be like. So that's it's kind of come full circle. Their names are Luke and Cooper. I don't know Luke's last name, Cooper Edis, and they're in a band called Pickety Split.
Okay. Cool.
My cousin with the Eagles ringtone in the background there.
Got the Eagles hat on.
Yeah, that's gonna make a good sound clip right there, buddy. We're going viral now.
Dude, the Eagles are great. Heck yeah.
So, you guys are all from Alabama?
All of
No.
us but Josiah.
Yeah.
I'm from Colorado.
So how did you guys all meet? How did Mountain Grass Unit kind of form?
Well, Luke, you want to explain this one? Because you met Josiah first.
Well, yeah, I guess I've known these guys forever. Kind of grew up in the same area in
Okay.
Birmingham with them. Yeah, and then I met Josiah touring colleges. I was touring through ETSU, and the guy there who runs like the whole bluegrass program hooked me up with Josiah's number, and my dad just dropped me off at this rando's house. And little did I know, there was like, Trey Wellington was there, another kind of like prominent
Okay, yeah.
bluegrass guy. And
Is he playing on SNL? Did I see that?
tonight.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's the 50th anniversary. It's like the biggest SNL ever, and I saw it.
Dropped it.
Yeah, he didn't even, there was no lead up. He just was like playing SNL. And I just started following him like maybe a couple months ago. And then I saw that and I was like, no way. I didn't know that guy was that big up there.
Trey and I were roommates in college. So,
Okay.
we lived together for like 2.5 years, and I played in his band, the Trey Wellington band, for about 2.5 years as well. So, yeah, he called me like a month ago, and he was like, man, I got this big opportunity. Do you think I should take it? I was like,
Hell yeah.
yes, take it.
I mean, that's got to be like so intimidating though. Like just for them even to reach out to you, like you get something like, hey, SNL wants you to come on. Like what? Like that's crazy.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Good on him for saying yes to that.
So you guys have played some pretty big festivals, and you got a good year coming up for festivals too, right?
Totally, man. Us three are still in school.
Okay.
We're done as of next semester. Like next semester we'll be off, so it's really exciting. We're going to be able to kind of like spend more time touring and doing these sort of festivals. And we just announced our summer tour dates here yesterday. So.
That's a big. I was looking at there's a lot of dates there. It's gonna be a busy summer for you guys, huh?
It's gonna be crazy. A lot of mileage on the van.
It's like about, I think it's a few more than we did last year, but I think we're going into September this year, so it'll be, I think it's spread out a little bit more. But we survived last summer. We'll see if we make it this year.
Do you guys like playing like your own shows, or do you like playing festivals better?
Kind of depends, It's kind of like, some festivals are really freaking hype. Like Dell Festival, one of my favorites. We did. But then again, you get like one of those random clubs, in the middle of like some random town, and it's just like the best show you've ever played.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends on the situation.
Yeah, I would say the crowd's very different because at your own show, everyone's there to see
For you, yeah.
So they're like, everyone's hyped, and you're going to get that reaction. But on the other hand, at festivals, a lot of times for us, it's like people don't know who we are, and they just it's kind of you get to see them like, what
Yeah.
the hell are these kids, like.
But if you guys are like melting their face, they're probably like, oh, hell yeah, these guys.
Well, and it's cool too because you get to like meet new people who've never seen you and get like their reactions and talk to them, be like, because they'll come up and be like, yeah, like I was here to see this other band, and I stumbled across y'all, and like hear like first impressions and stuff, which is always fun to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you guys do those long extended tours, do you have any like cities that you are like really excited to go to or haven't been to yet that are like definitely still check that venue out?
Man, we're always excited for like new cities. I think we had a really good time in the Pacific Northwest last summer. It was really fun, like Oregon and Washington.
It's beautiful out there.
We had
Colorado.
We had a couple days off in San Francisco last year. Got to go check out the city, go to a baseball game. And
Drive in those Waymo cars that drive themselves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's probably like some of the funnest days for you as a band. So you got a couple of days off, and it's like just go fuck around and just go check out what's out there. That stuff's probably so fun.
Sometimes it gets really random. Like one time we were, I think in Missouri or something. Y'all are gonna have to help me out with this, but we were in Missouri, and didn't it was like a water tower for a city that was like Peoplesville or something. Humansville. Just some random city. That's kind of what's fun about it. Is like
Check it out.
Yeah, we drove through Badlands in South Dakota, which was like this big national park with like these like huge prehistoric mountains.
And how many of you guys travel? Is it you four and those two guys too?
So this summer, it'll be 6 of us, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
last
6.
summer it was I guess the first summer, 2023, it was just the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had like a buddy come, two different buddies at two different times. They came like sold merch.
Gotcha.
Came on. But then last summer we had Josiah, and then our buddy James, who was our tour manager last summer. And then this summer it'll be us four. Our new tour manager, we're calling Reggie because his name's also Sam. And I told him that we have to change his name.
Where did Reggie come from?
I used to play in a reggae band with him.
Oh, really?
Berkeley, yeah. So
He was Reggae Sam, and then it just
it turned
became
into Reggie, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I
I'm a
think.
sound guy too. Well, I'm a sound guy
Yeah,
this summer,
sometimes.
so hopefully we sound really crisp and good.
Okay. It's exciting. I think we totally just went on a tangent when we were talking about how you guys started as a band. We just completely stopped talking about that. You guys met Josiah, and then I think we just started talking about something totally different.
Yeah. So my dad dropped me off at Josiah's house at Jams with him. I was like, okay, this guy knows like the music, like he understands the same language that we're trying to speak at our shows. And so we eventually ended up playing at the Gray Eagle actually here in Asheville and got him to sit in for the first time on fiddle.
Mhm.
And we cut like Little Maggie or something like that, and just it was awesome. Then like next summer we play a show and we just get him to play the entire set with us just on the spot in Carver Road.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
And then eventually last summer we got him to do like 10 shows in a row. And by the second show we're like, dude, just do you want to come on the road with us like for the whole whole summer? Like we'll make it work. And yeah, just been here ever since.
Dropped it all and came along.
And then you two have your own band, is that correct?
Yeah, we up in Boston. We're doing a project called Cahapa Roots.
Okay.
Which for the most part right now is like we're just kind of working on like content creation and
Mhm.
stuff online, and yeah, having fun with that while we can.
Yeah, so I want to go into that content creation side because I know you do a lot with like lessons and stuff like that on Instagram, and I'm seeing you post more stuff like that. How like challenging is, if it all is challenging, to like balance like making the content, teaching the lessons, making new songs, rehearsing for shows? Like, how hard is that to manage all that stuff going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's fun to me. Like, I treat, like, some of my pages kind of as, like, a portfolio of just, like, you know, stuff I'm working on, like, songs I'm working on and everything. And the lesson stuff is really fun, too. I enjoy making that content. I'm a nerd about, like, videography and, like, you know, editing stuff, so it's all really fun to me. But sometimes it can get a little overwhelming, especially when you're dealing with, like, your personal page, the Mountain Grass page, and then like the Cahaba Root stuff, and then like trying to do the lessons at once. So it's a lot of work, but it's also really fun at the same time.
So you getting in, what kind of got you into music? Like, if you have some, was like reggae kind of an inspiration for you, or is that just a side project band, or what kind of got you like into the music you're doing now?
Yeah, so I mean, we all are like big music lovers in general, and we like pretty much all genres. You know, I went through metal phase, reggae phase, pretty much just everything. But I kind of got into bluegrass through learning how to play banjo when I went to a music store when I was little. My mom told me both my parents told me I had to learn how to play an instrument, and I just chose the banjo just because I thought it was funny, and it kind of just launched me into that bluegrass world. And then Jury ended up taking lessons at the same place, doing mandolin.
Yeah,
as
down there
well.
fretted instruments.
And how old were you guys then?
First grade.
First grade. I
So,
think I
like,
started when I was 7, and
Yeah.
I remember you doing it for a little bit before me, maybe a year before. So right around the same age.
So you guys have been doing this for a while together.
for a while. Yeah, we've
So you guys kind of learned, like, probably push each other to get better, stuff like that.
totally.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
100%. We used to, we still do, like hang out and learn and feed stuff off each other.
Yeah.
With these guys, it's the same with all of these guys.
Hell
It's
yeah.
really fun, and it doesn't really, like when y'all were walking in and playing, we were just kind of.
Yeah.
It doesn't really feel like work, I guess.
Yeah, that was a really. What makes you like choose those songs to cover, like Funky Town? Why did you guys? That's a good one, but why'd you? What like?
He just came up with that. Like, that's just. All right. How I always describe it, because people are like, man.
I feel like we're about to get something good here.
Because, like, especially, like, y'all are up in, north, whatever. I'm still home. And so I run in, like, I'm in Tuscaloosa, which is an hour away from Birmingham. So I run into, like, all our mom's friends and all these people. And they're like, man, y'all are just doing so great. And, like, I'm like, yeah, but we're still the same idiots. Like,
Yeah.
We're not, like, we're just messing around. I started playing with them when I was in 6th grade. And we've just been screwing around in the basement ever since. That's all it is. And I think that the day that we stop having fun is when we need to hang it up.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
I like the bluntness.
I mean, really, like, if we stop like throwing in Funky Town or something, you know, that's where it's fun, you know, just coming up with bullshit and seeing if it'll work.
What's your guys' like? Do you guys have any other like not traditional bluegrass tunes or anything, but songs like that? Do you really like to cover?
Yeah. Have you seen the YouTube video of the guy playing Chicken in the Corn? Yeah.
Nah, I haven't.
His name is it Brushy One String?
Yeah.
Yeah. We like
Should I pull that up right now?
You can you can check it out. It's link in bio.
What's it called?
It's Chicken in the Corn. It's this guy's got a guitar and it's got one string on it. Dude. And so we'll do like some medley in our jams, like tease some stuff or whatever, and we'll go into that one.
Do people know this song?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty popular.
So you know it?
No.
Oh, I thought you said, "Oh yeah."
What is
I
wrong with
might have
these?
come across it on YouTube and not even like it's a staple.
Oh, it's not
Or
letting me
maybe
do it for
everyone's
some
just
reason.
looking at us like we're idiots.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to look up that one. On my
Yeah,
own
it's
time.
great. But then,
Scene right here.
but yeah, that's probably the weirdest one, because it was just like,
Did you get it queued up?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
oh yeah, let's see.
This is great podcasting for the guys not on audio. Here, I'll put the mic up so they can hear it.
We got an ad.
Yeah.
No free ads.
2 ad world we live in these days.
We're in an Airbnb, getting an Airbnb ad. Inception.
That's targeted marketing.
This is Russia One String, the only one string guitarist right in and around the world. See, I am what I am. I am the day I am that I am.
We'll skip
Exclusive.
into the group a little bit.
He said, hey, watch me there. Some
You guys cover this?
Yeah.
This part coming up.
We sing this whole country song like this. Chicken in the corn, on the corn can't grow, mama. Hey, when chicken in the corn, on the corn can't grow.
Like we're playing that tonight. Like this is not.
You guys
coming
are
out
gonna play it
Oh,
tonight?
yeah, we're playing that tonight.
When you find me out there freaking out, I'll remember why.
Yeah.
We
Chicken in the corn.
We have one song, Southwood Ridge, and then we go into a jam. And the jam is sort of like the time where we throw in like just a bunch of songs that we can quickly like debut, but maybe not play the whole thing.
Kind of get a feeler for it.
Yeah, so like we're gonna do a couple tonight where we just like segue into the next song.
So that rehearsal you guys were doing when I was a rehearsal, I'm guessing, for tonight, right? So does that go like you just are? I heard you say like we're gonna jam right here and then slam that F7. Is that just like as much direction as that goes into like prepping for a song for you guys?
That's pretty good, honestly.
Really?
Well, because like we all live in different places, so we come back for these like one-off shows on the weekend, and it's kind of like you got.
Get that a little closer to me.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're good.
Hello. Like we don't really get to like practice together. Well, like Nugs has been helpful because we can like listen back to shows and play with each other online. But yeah, we just kind of like get together and throw it together as quickly as we can and
See if it
sit there
sticks.
and hope it works well.
Seems to be doing pretty good for you guys, huh? So, since as far as me, for like a fan of you guys, like it seems like you've kind of had like a couple of significant like pops in popularity for you, with like one being that live stream that you guys did during COVID, and it was at like Music Never Stopped or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, like, how does something like when you guys get like, and then the Renewal Festival too? It seemed like you guys kind of blew up after that.
Oh, for sure.
What exact? So Billy String's wife had her kid like during the festival, and then was it like just kind of a take? You guys got way more sets than you were supposed to.
Kind of, yeah. Like, we got a slot on the main stage, which was awesome. And so they didn't really tell us about Billy leaving until they got on stage and announced it. They told us to come backstage and just kind of sit there on standby. And we didn't know what was happening. We thought that we were just going to get to, like, sit in with Billy and play. But then they're like, yeah, Billy's hopping on a jet right now. He's already gone. So we're going to get y'all up there, and y'all got to play some Billy songs.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That was
So
nuts.
Did you guys have like some prepped, or was it kind of like
No, dude,
no?
Like we kept calling out like cover songs, and he was like, "All right, we need some songs." I'm like, "Okay," and I named like 2 covers because whenever Billy gets people up, like, you know, they usually they don't play his tunes.
Yeah.
You know? And I guess I was just freaked out or something. It never registered in my head that we were gonna play Billy songs. So finally, you know, it finally got across. It was like, okay, Billy songs, and that's when we like threw up Turmoil in Tinfoil.
Okay.
And they never really gave us any direction on if we were going to practice or not. They were just kind of like, all right, well, we'll do that one, and we'll call you when you're up. And we kind of went up to them like, hey, guys, like, can we, like, run this tune maybe once or something? And they made it happen. We went into a trailer at set break, and there was the band like, how do you guys?
So the band was still there. The rest of the band was still there.
They were, yeah. So we ran the tune with them for 5 minutes, and they were super cool about it, man. And, like, their crew, I mean, shout out to everyone in the Billy team. Everyone's super cool.
Have you guys got to meet Billy yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have. So it wouldn't be like tonight. Wouldn't be like first time meeting him, just playing with him. Okay.
No, but it'd certainly be a crazy feat for having him up to play a tune. But yeah, we met him right before he took off. He was sitting at, or his band was sitting in the dining area, and we had just got done with our set. And he walks in, and he goes to a table that's empty because, you know, like most of the table where his band is full, so he goes to an empty table, and we kind of lean over to him like, dude, you know, if you want to, you can come sit and eat dinner with us, like, that's totally cool. Oh, heck yeah. So he comes over and we chat, and we were just kind of asking him some questions and asked him if it was cool if we covered his songs, and he said totally. And I think that might have been slightly the reason why he, like, suggested maybe that we get up there and cover something, is because we were asking him about that.
Do you guys have a favorite song that you cover by him?
Might be different across the board.
Man, recently we had a banjo player and we did Meet Me at the Creek. So that thing just cuts in.
I think we're gonna get one of those tonight. I said that all day yesterday, but I feel like it's gotta be tonight. Yeah, I did. I said it like 4 times. Like, he's gonna do this and to Meet Me at the Creek. Trust me. He never did.
I feel like tonight would probably be the night he'd do it. I don't know. I'm excited.
Saturday night?
Yeah.
So what other covers do you guys like doing by him?
Shoot, there's a ton of them. Obviously, Turmoil.
Pyramid Country.
Pyramid Country has been one of our favorites. There's this video we've watched forever of Billy jamming in the van at High Sierra a long time ago. Funny enough, Drew's in that video, the guy we jammed with this morning, playing mandolin. But yeah, we've looked up to that arrangement going into Train. And then also, what else we do? Must Be Seven's really fun.
Watch It Fall. We've done a couple
Watch It
times
Fall. Love and Regret's a fun one.
Do you guys cover any Grateful Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
I think our most recent one we did was Feel Like a Stranger in Boulder Theater. That was our new workup, but we've done...
That's probably a fun one for you, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've always done Fire on the Mount, or Scarlet and the Fire on the Mountain.
Okay.
You know, Eyes.
Brown-eyed.
Brown-eyed.
No One More Saturday Night Tonight?
No, we've never done that one.
I should look that up.
Yeah, we've circulated through a lot of them. We've done China the Cat back in the day. You know, Riders still on the rotation.
Was is that like a big inspiration for you guys as Grateful Dead?
Totally.
Yeah.
Especially for this guy.
Yeah, we all listened to them, you know, and got kind of inspired from them.
Do you have a specific era that you kind of resonate with the most?
Favorite Dead year is 1980 for sure.
Okay.
But the era. 70s,
Hold on, he looks like he doesn't like that answer.
He might be a 70s guy.
We might have to ask this to him next.
I'm definitely in early 70s maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff too.
It's all good stuff at the end.
Yeah, it is. It is. I like the older stuff too when they're like not as tight because it's just like it's so fun. Like it's just like
They were loose, yeah.
yeah, it's just like so much. It just seems like a good time to be there. But so you guys do a lot of covers, but you also have a lot of your own songs that are really good. How does that songwriting process look for you guys?
Well, it's kind of different all around. Like our first stuff, we all kind of just wrote individually, and then the next album or the next EP we had after that, we did a couple collaboration things. But it's really a workshop thing, and
Totally, yeah.
you know, Sam's real into the songwriting stuff. He's read a couple books and whatnot.
You write quite a bit of the songs?
Books. Man, I read too well.
This is the guy still in Alabama, right? I think you guys are all from Alabama. My bad.
No, I think what we try to do a lot of times is, I feel like most of our process, because we're not all together, is we bring about 50% of a song that's done. That's what I always say. I was like, try to get 50% of it done, just like the bones or the structure of it. And then we'll take it together and be like, all right, this is what I got. This is my idea and the direction of it. What do y'all think? And we kind of workshop it. And like, I wouldn't say there's any like one song that doesn't have any influence from anybody else in it that like was solely written by one person. It's all like developed over time and stuff.
So you guys write the music first and then put the lyrics into it?
It depends.
Yeah.
Probably, most of the time, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he was saying, like it's just kind of like a big conglomeration of like maybe someone brings the lyrics and maybe someone brings the chords and maybe someone brings the whole thing and then
Yeah.
someone else has a suggestion to change the song, or I don't know. We always kind of do it that way. There's no stated process for that.
Mhm.
You know, it's kind of just whatever comes natural.
What's your guys' favorite original that you've written?
Man, some of these new ones we got that aren't out yet are really just writing
Yeah.
new songs is always
Yeah.
super fun.
Yeah.
And
And touring, like doing the first couple shows with those new songs is always really fun too.
Yes, tell me about that. Like, so you have like a new song that you're writing. It's like, say it's finished, and you're like, I don't know if it's something we want to like keep. Do you like try it out a couple times at shows, and then be like, you scrap it, or you kind of build on it? What does that look like, and what's that process of like refining it?
I don't know what you're really supposed to do. I feel like you can kind of do whatever you want. If you're planning to put on an album, is it like smarter to wait? Do people want to listen to it before or wait? I don't know. You should kind of do whatever we feel like.
Mm-hmm.
We've done some songs like for example our song Either End. We've kind of like reshaped it naturally just from playing it a bunch and like realizing maybe we can go into a jam or something. So we wrote like a different jam section for it, different to what the studio recording was, and like stuff like that. Just kind of making minor changes as you play.
Yeah.
It just makes it fun because you change it up and it's not the same like
Mhm.
every single time.
Yeah, for sure. Going back to Billy's, I know we just nerded out about our Billy Strings, but going back to it real quick, I saw a video on, I think, your Instagram, where you're checking out like Billy's rig, and his guitar tech or something. I want to talk about Billy's rig, but I want to talk about what his guitar tech said first. He was like, "Don't step on that pedal, because that'll turn all sound off." And he said sometimes Billy just likes to turn all the sound off during a concert and just go off feel. How like insane is that? Like that sounds crazy to me.
Dude, it's pretty crazy, but I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes the direct sound of like an in-ear monitor system can sometimes be overwhelming, and it's so present, And sometimes you can't get the natural acoustics of like the room or the amphitheater that you're in. So sometimes having a kill switch like that is probably a great idea. And I mean, that pedal board is just a spaceship, dude. There's so many just cool things like that you can do on there. Yeah.
So like, when he does that, like, what is he? I'm assuming it's just so loud in there. Like, what is he? You think he's being able to hear his guitar still?
I guess so. I mean,
Maybe it also might be a thing where like, if he's just on a new passage or something, maybe he's less familiar with. This is just a guess. I don't know, but maybe.
Yeah, I have no music like knowledge, so I saw that and I was like, I gotta ask these guys about that.
Man, it might just. At least like sometimes for me personally, it helps me to like take out an ear sometimes if I'm playing something a little more weird, just because it's like I don't really know how to explain it. It's less like Luke was saying, like the abrasiveness of like both the DI tone coming through your ears is sometimes a little rough.
The other thing is there's like a disconnect between you and the audience when you have in-ears in, so you can't hear them. So maybe he's wanting to connect with the audience more too.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that might be what it is too.
definitely.
How important is that guy? Is that, I feel like this is kind of a dumb question, but I want to hear it from you guys. But like, how important is that audience feedback from you guys when you guys are playing a show?
Dude, it is like life and death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys like gigged a lot when you were first starting out with like 20, 30, 40 people, and like, is that like hard, like much harder than now, where it's like you got all these guys in one room?
Honestly, we've the ones that we had the smaller crowds in, like, and I mean not too long ago, like, maybe a couple years ago, it was only a couple years.
Huntsville show.
Huntsville, or we played
There
here
was-
at French Broad, and there was only
4 people that showed up to the Huntsville show.
Really? How long ago was that?
that was
2 or
3?
3?
2022.
Okay.
But the people that came, it was like 3 people that ended up coming from Tennessee. Like we drove 3 hours to come see y'all, 4 hours to see, and I was like, that was enough right there. We were
Do
just
you guys
like,
still like able to like get fired up and just crush it too?
Oh yeah, we played a full show for them.
Yeah?
we were like,
I
hell
thought
yeah.
That was one of the best gigs we've played too. We're
I would
super
agree.
tight.
Yeah.
And I bet for those 4 people that were there, that's probably one of their favorite shows they've ever been to. Like,
Man, I hope so. We definitely were grateful they came, and they seemed to have a good time. But, that venue lasted maybe like a couple more weeks after we left out of there.
What had just poor booking? Is that like?
I don't know what was up, but
Because somebody else said they had a similar experience. Like they got because we got booked right down the street. There's like some other music venue, like big music venue, like.
And where was this?
Huntsville,
Okay.
Alabama, and they always book bands the same night that something big was going on.
Isbell was playing or something.
Yeah, like Isbell or somebody was playing the night we were there, and so like everyone was like, "Yeah, I'd rather go to that," which I don't blame them.
Yeah. So when you guys are playing all these shows, do you get to go to a lot of shows still? And if so, like who do you like to see?
Dude, yeah, we just went. Well, I mean, we're Billy fans. We love Billy Strings, and we just went and saw him in New Orleans the day before New Year's.
Oh yeah, we saw you guys on live. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were like walking by, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the dudes from Mountain Grass Unit. And then somebody had like just walked up to him, and I was like, I'm not gonna go run up to him right now. But that's when I DM'd you, and I was like, I'm gonna get him on the podcast. He likes a lot.
We have booking now with Wasserman. They
Those guys are like the legit guys, huh?
they're
Those
awesome,
ladies-
man.
yeah.
Shout out Yitzy Pete Luck and Matt Runner.
He's gonna be there tonight.
He's gonna be there tonight. And he's got the hookups with the venues, so when we go
Okay.
see a concert, most of the time he can kind of talk, and we've been fortunate enough to kind of like see a lot of shows because of that.
Yeah, that's something they don't tell you about a booking agent in the music business world is they can give you free tickets to pretty much any show you want. So
It
when
is
I'm
so
in
cool.
Boston, I'll text Yitzy. I'm like, yo, can I go to Sturgill Simpson tonight, bring 5 of my friends? He's like, yep, here's the tickets.
Damn.
I don't know if that's like industry wide. I think we just got lucky because Yitzy has a lot of friends.
Maybe
They're like, that's
what
Luke
it
from
is.
Mountain Grass, and he can do whatever he wants to do, all right?
Yeah. No, like we're not like. I think also he went to school at Berkeley in Boston, so I'm sure he's got a bunch of buddies in the Boston area.
We're talking like MGM Fenway though, like we're
Yeah.
talking, like big venues, and like he'll send a text and be like, boom. Like,
Dude, I did a podcast a couple weeks ago with Brian Roy from Kindle Street Company.
Okay.
They had a sold out show that night. And he's like, "You guys going?" And I was like, "Nah, we just didn't get tickets." He's like, "I got you guys." And I was like, "Oh yeah, we're the coolest guys here." Felt so cool. Walking like, "We're on the list. Let us in." So where were we just talking? Oh, seeing the kind of bands that you like. When you guys go to festivals, and like it's a 3-day long festival, you only have one set on Saturday. Do you typically stay for the whole time?
Man, it kind of depends because there's a couple factors to that. Like we have acoustic instruments, and so like if it's hot as crap outside, we got to find somewhere where we can put our instruments that is cooled down, and also somewhere where they're in sight and can't get stolen. You know, so like most of the times that kind of makes it a little tricky to just be out there all day wandering around because we got instruments and gear and all this stuff that we carry.
You can't just throw it in like the van or whatever. And
It's just get too hot there. Yeah.
oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of different than electric, and I don't really know if it's the case for electric either. But like acoustic instruments, man, like you can literally turn them into goo if you.
Have you guys-
Humidity is a big thing with them too. Like an upright bass is a very large acoustic
Yeah.
instrument, and like I have to have like a dehumidifier in my room to keep it at a certain humidity, or it'll start to like mess it up.
Have you guys had any learning experiences with that where you left something out and you're like, oh shit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I left my first learning experience with that was when I was in a Boy Scout camp and I brought my banjo. The neck just completely warped.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's just like the humidity and stuff, and sometimes being super dry. My first year of college in Boston was like way drier than Birmingham, surprisingly, especially in the wintertime. And my Santa Cruz, my main guitar, had just this massive line right here. It's like on the top, and it just split right at that line. And if you like put a flashlight through it, you could see in the like body of the guitar. So had to get that fixed. And of course, it just jacks up the action and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Josiah saved me last summer. We were in somewhere out west, and like similar problem. We'd been jamming in the hotel room, and I left my bass out of the case near the air conditioning unit. And we woke up the next morning, and it was just making the worst buzz ever. And he was like, "Man, just give it a steam bath." So we went and I propped my bass up in the hotel bathroom, and we cranked the shower on high and got it real steamy in there. I left it in there for like 10 minutes, brought it back out. It sounded perfectly fine. I put it in the case, and we drove to the show. I was like, can't believe that worked.
So that Winter Wondergrass Festival you guys got coming up, funny side note also, they have posters about the Winter Wondergrass Festival all over Asheville. So literally like 3 different times I saw it and I was like, oh hell yeah, that's gonna be a good one. And I see it's in Colorado. I was like, no way we're gonna make that. But there's a lot of good guys on the lineup that year. Is there anybody that you guys are stoked for the possibility of playing with? Anybody in particular?
Yeah, we just did an interview with Winter Wondergrass a couple weeks ago.
The Steamboat Magazine.
Steamboat Magazine,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, about the festival, and we were talking about some of the younger pickers. I know Shadowgrass. We were talking about Shadowgrass. They're somewhat our age.
Yeah.
Super nice guys.
How old are you guys?
27.
27, 21.
22.
22.
Okay, gotcha.
So we got the grandpa of the band.
Had my first gray hair in my beard last week.
Oh. I'm 28, man. I've had gray hairs on my chest for like 3 years. Only place on my body I have them though is my chest. I don't know why. What were we just talking about? They got a chest hair.
Bands at Wondergrass.
Oh yeah.
I feel so dumb saying this, but I haven't really checked out all the bands that are on there.
I think there's Trampled by Turtles. Sam Bush, I think, is on it.
Yeah, Sam Bush will definitely.
Daniel Donato.
Donato, yeah, he'll be cool. We're actually doing a. Can I say this? Are we?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we're playing at the Caverns in April.
You guys are playing in that.
Yeah, at the Camp Cosmic.
Yeah, we were thinking about. That's my birthday weekend. We were thinking about going to it.
I'm pretty sure we announced that.
It might not have.
Well,
Breaking news here on the All Jammed Up podcast. Exclusive release. This is going to be the Instagram clip I tease.
I guess it is. Yeah, it's on the poster. Yeah.
You know what? Breaking news.
So traveling with each other, you guys are about to gear up on a 4 or 5 month tour. Who's the worst one to be with for that long of a time?
Why'd you look at me?
I looked at everybody. You seem like you might have some demons internally. You're battling already. You already know the answer to the question.
Well, I do snore sometimes, so that is not great.
We heard him snoring. He was sleeping downstairs. When we were upstairs, we could hear him snoring.
Dude, I got deviated septum surgery a couple
That's
years
they
ago.
all say.
It changes the game.
Probably need to look into
Used to be able to hear me through walls. Yeah.
But if that's the worst thing, that's not bad. Like, no one's too dirty, no one's anything like that.
No, man. I mean, the good part is we're all like super good friends. So
Yeah.
if there's never a problem, but if there is, it's
It gets
chill.
handled
Totally,
swiftly.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have a couple summer tours under our belt now, and I'm sure this one's gonna feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sam Dornbach, who's gonna be fearlessly leading this summer tour.
Shouts out Sam.
And Cameron Reggie. Yeah,
Reggie.
And Cameron Reichert is going to be doing our sound. Hey, Reggie, let's get your debut here.
What up?
Come on.
We got Reggae Sam here.
Reggae
He's just
Sam,
gonna come
Reggie.
say hey.
Hey y'all, I'm Reggie.
Oh, you're not even the camera. You gotta get a little closer.
What up, yo? Mountain Grass Unit. Come on. Come on, dude.
I didn't put him.
So when you guys are not playing shows, you guys aren't going to shows, you're not writing songs, you're not doing Tony Rice licks on Instagram. What do you guys like to do for fun? Snore?
Drink.
That's a very honest answer. I offered you a beer, man.
It's too. We don't play till midnight. I guess we're drinking now. Yeah, I mean, we're normal people, somewhat, So like,
I don't
we
know,
like
man.
to have campfires and drink, and we like to go backpacking, go outdoors stuff, and go fishing. We all like to fish a lot.
Do you guys do fly fishing at all? I want to get into it.
Bass fishing.
Yeah, mainly bass fishing, and like we like to get on the beach and go surf fishing too.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a good time.
Is there I think I already asked this, but was there a certain city that you guys are stoked to go to because you know what you can do when you're not performing, or do you guys even have that time, kind of?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like we found ourselves in Mariposa, California, which is like Yosemite, And it's it's one of those things where it's like, man, it's really cool that we're here, but we can't, take our van and trailer and go out and summit some mountain,
We don't have time.
Yeah.
We don't have time. We don't have, we don't want to pay for the gas to just drive around.
That's
and stuff.
true.
So it's yeah. So in some ways, if it's a cool city or something where we can park and check it out, that's cool. But even places we were on Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles, and it's cool, I guess, but like it is blistering hot.
There's
Half of
nothing
us are
cool about
down
that place.
sick.
There's nothing cool about that
So
place.
many people. The dude at the parking lot.
The weather's
was
nice.
raising the price for the parking spot.
Me and him, it was like freaking Pawn Stars out in that parking lot. I had a handful of cash, and we were arguing.
You were arguing with Chumley.
For like an hour, and then he finally, then he like came in and was like,
How much was the parking?
I had to bribe this guy like $200 or something.
What?
For like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Because we had our trailer.
Where were
and
you
he was,
guys
like,
at?
selling spots in this like the one parking lot next to the venue, and the venue was like, yeah, sorry, like you just got to go find parking. And like,
That's what my cousin's sitting over here. That's what my cousin used to do. We used to valet people during Christmas at like this mall back in Chesapeake where we're from. And there was like the handicapper like fire lane, and whenever he saw someone with like a really nice car, he'd be like, I'll put you up front in VIP, but it's $50. And the people with like nice cars would be like, all right, deal. And he just park in the fire lane. I don't know if it's funny. Yeah, it's what you got to do, I feel like. But yeah, I feel like when people see that you guys go on like a 4-month tour and they don't realize that like you play the 3-hour shows and there's just so much that goes into it after.
yeah, I mean, the camera can't see him, but that's our buddy Mitch over there.
What's up, Mitch?
How we met Mitch was we were on tour, I guess was that 2023, and he like I guess kind of knows that touring's tough, you know, like you don't eat well, you don't sleep a whole lot, and he came and like ran into us, like came before the show and caught us and was like, hey man, like I brought you a bunch of snacks and food and stuff, like I know it's tough out there, but like my name's Mitch, here's all this stuff, and we're like, holy crap, like thank you. And then we've just been friends with him ever since, and we like,
That's awesome.
whenever he's able to make it, we love to have him come to shows.
He also drove the show is in Columbus, Ohio, and he's from Beckley, West Virginia. So how many hours was that?
It was 3.5 hours.
Yeah, he drove 3.5 hours to just come see some random idiots in a venue.
40 people. I don't think you'll ever see these guys at another show with 40 people.
I don't think so either. I agree with you there.
That was quite the experience.
You mentioned eating like shit on the road with 6 guys who are like been driving all day, you're hungry, getting starving. What does that selection look like for food? Like, does it ever like, dude, we just had Taco Bell for the 4th time in a row?
Man, we try and avoid fast food as much
Good.
as we can. And we try and usually find like a local diner or something.
Okay.
Because it's hard to find something that's cheap, and
You can't go wrong.
you can't go wrong with a diner. Yeah. They
Do you
always
guys
have
get like
something.
stack up on like sandwich stuff, like stuff to make sandwiches?
We did that the first year, and it just started getting so messy. Our cooler smelled so
Yeah.
bad, dude.
It's-
Like you don't have a refrigerator. Like we had like his Yeti, but like,
Yeah, we go to Halloween and we're there for like a week, and like we go spend like $250 at Walmart, and then like the 3rd day, like everything's like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna be eating like grilled cheeses and Gatorade.
Gross.
Yeah, it's a great idea in your head, and then like you go to execute it, and it's like, this is pathetic.
But a lot of festivals will feed you, but venues will feed you a lot of times
Mhm.
too. But then I mean, festivals they like cater it a lot of times. And
Yeah.
that's where you're like, all right, like we're gonna catch up on some calories at this place, like buffet, like yeah.
Which festival has the best food?
Pickathon.
Where's that
It's
one?
It's
Oregon.
right outside of Portland.
Okay, south. South. Okay.
I think so. I don't know, but it was like
There's
all
not much
like
north,
locally
so.
sourced like ingredients. They had like chefs like in there doing it and stuff. Like, oh god, it was so good.
Do you guys think you've had a moment yet where it's like made it, or like this is already like exceeding my like ever dreams of what we could do as a band? Like, what is like? Does it feel like success yet for you guys?
Dude, here's the thing. Like, last summer, there might have been 1 or 2 venues where we didn't hit like 100 people or
Mhm.
something like that, and already that's just like freaking progress. You know?
Yeah.
And that's like really just super cool, and it's just it's really fun to go everywhere you go and like still have people come in to support you and stuff, and like I don't know, we had a lot of good turnouts last summer, and I think it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Like, you guys are killing it. Like, for me, like, I think we're all kind of like similar in the age range, and I know I'm a little older, but like, I feel like when our like the generation before us had like the Grateful Dead, and that was kind of like an awakening for new music, you know. And I feel like it's kind of happening again with like Billy Strings being the leader of that, and you're seeing so many like young guys like get into bluegrass, And I think like that young generation that's getting into it after Billy, you guys are kind of like leading that forefront of like what it looks like to be like a cool jam grass band that makes their own music. So I think you guys are killing it for sure.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And this isn't a question or anything, it's just a funny story that made me feel like I won. I have been like trying to see you guys for a while, and I haven't seen you guys. In like November, I looked up your guys' tour schedule, and it was right after I bought my Billy Strings ticket. And the Orange Peel had the tickets for sale before you guys announced them.
Nice.
So I was able to get us tickets, and I was like, hell yeah. I was like, that shit is going to sell out super quick. And it sold out like before like before even last week, before even the Billy show started.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, I think it all comes down to the renewal thing.
For sure.
That was just, I mean, I don't even know how to explain that. That was
Yeah.
just luck, you know? Just like...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because like you guys got invited there for a reason, but then the fact that Billy has his kid, and it's like kind of like, it's like, hey guys, you want your shot? Like here it is, and you guys definitely took it.
Man, yeah. And it was super cool to be able to like, you know, we did the main set stuff with, you know, with Billy's band on the main stage, but we also, I mean, had a good time like doing, like we did a bunch of the side stage sets.
Mhm.
Even those, like just the crowd, just knowing that everyone's there and they paid a lot of money to see music like that. So, you know, they're damn sure going to enjoy whatever you're playing because of the catalog. Then that's super cool.
Is it happening again? I heard like something happened with the venue, and it's not happening again this year.
I haven't heard much. Yeah,
No.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
But the guys who put that on, Bonfire Entertainment, they do the Wondergrass. They do the
Okay.
Baja Grass or whatever, and they do Renewal.
The Baja Grass one's in like California or
I
something.
think it's in
Mexico.
yeah.
Okay.
They do a phenomenal job.
They do a lot of stuff down in Mexico. They're like more than I thought. Like Fish just played there.
Yeah, they do.
I
Yeah.
want to do a Mexico show so bad.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That would be sick. So you guys are playing that Richmond festival too on Browns Island.
Yeah.
I lived there for a while, so
Oh, no kidding.
from Chesapeake, went to school at JMU, and
You're
then
from
after.
Chesapeake, Virginia?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, I was just in Chesapeake. My girlfriend's from there.
No way.
Yeah.
The other day, I like had a panic attack because I was like, usually like, I message people to like come on the podcast, and it's like they're typically like, yeah, for sure, I'm down, or not interested in doing a podcast. And you were like super quick to be like, yeah, I'm down. And then when I texted you the other day, and you didn't text me back for 2 days, I was like, damn, dude, they're not gonna come. They're not gonna do it anymore.
It's nothing perfect.
I knew, yeah.
Like reading stuff and then being like, I will respond to this, and I just forget.
Yeah, I was just like, he seemed pretty excited. I think he'll be okay with it. But that Browns Island Festival, you guys are playing with Andy Frasco, and there's Kendall Street. Is Kendall Street playing that one too?
I'm not sure.
They're playing at Browns Island. I don't know if it's that one.
We played with Frasco on the late night Wondergrass set
Mhm.
in the Steamboat Hotel, and dude, he went fucking nuts. He was like,
What do you mean?
dude, he just like,
Have you ever seen him?
He jumped up on his organ.
I have
all of a
not.
sudden The organ
Oh, dude.
elevated, like lifted with smoke, and just, I mean, he was running
He's
around.
running around, and dude,
He puts on a crazy show, right?
it's crazy. The guy who's like the most important member of that team is their freaking tech, who's running around fixing the shit that he breaks.
Is that
in
Nick?
the moment?
Is that Nick?
I think maybe I've
Because he does the podcast with somebody, and
Yeah.
Dude, I think, and then the next day, we're at the actual Wondergrass Festival, and I caught Frasco's set during the day, and he, like, halfway through his show, keep in mind, he also had a drum line out there at one point. That's another thing. He gets, like, a handle of, or, like, a fifth of something.
Jameson, probably.
I think it was
Yeah.
Jameson, and he's like, oh, he's like, that guy there with that hat, like, picked him out. He's like, all right, send that to him. And so they sent the thing to him. And then they crowd surf Andy all the way out to it. And then he grabs and starts chugging it, and they crowd surf him all the way back to the thing.
my favorite thing about this guy is he's like 40 something. Like he's not like
He's
he's
40 something, dude. and,
he's
like,
just killing it.
He is just a prime example of like
Not
he was
giving a fuck. I feel
not
like
giving a fuck, and he was like just jumping up and down backstage. Like, let's do this. Let's like it was a damn basketball game or something.
Like,
he's in his
let's
Kobe
play.
Bryant jersey. He's like
Yes,
mama
I mean,
mentality.
I was so inspired just by, like, the level of, like, intensity he had to get out there and do that. I was like, man, like, I need to get, like, hype like that before I go out there. Like, this guy's, like, we were watching him, and we were all like, holy shit, like,
We don't have an ounce
doors
of
are
this guy's
opening here.
energy.
Like, this guy is insane.
Dude,
So shout out to him, man. Like,
One thing to add about him too is like obviously he's a big fish in this game,
Mhm.
but he sat there and like listened to what we had to tell
Yeah.
him, and like we were telling him about our band and stuff, and he was like genuinely interested and stuff.
And-
Like,
and-
he's just a cool dude.
An interesting thing about him is like I wouldn't really put him in like the jam band music class. I think his music could be like anywhere, and it's funny that he just decided to like stick himself like I'm gonna be a part of this one, these guys. So I think it's funny that he did that. Hopefully one day I'll get to ask him about it.
Manifest.
Yeah, guys, I think we're coming up on our time here. I'm excited to see you. Tonight will be my first time seeing you guys. By the time this comes out, I've already seen you. So I'm super stoked for that. But anything you guys want to plug or say before we let you go?
Close this out.
Let me close out. Come see us on tour this summer. Follow our social media and all that. Connect with me, Sam Wilson, on LinkedIn.
I'm trying to grow my network.
My network is growing, 500 plus. And yeah, man, roll tide.
I'm going to connect with you on LinkedIn.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was. Huh?
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. It was a super fun time for me. Mountain Grass Unit's a band I've been following for a while on Instagram and watching their shows on YouTube and stuff like that. And it was really sick to finally be able to see them, especially after a Billy show. Like, I mean, what else could you ask for? Billy Strings straight to Mountain Grass Unit. It was an awesome time, and I'm really just stoked that I got to interview those guys. And we have another great one Thursday, man. Andy Frasco, and it was a super good interview. We kind of talk about it. I've never been like, he wasn't somebody's music I loved, but I thought his energy was cool, and he's a big podcast guy too. So I thought it'd be an honor to have him on, and I got to know him more, and he's just like the coolest dude. Like, everything you hear about Andy Frasco is true. He is the absolute man. We'll talk about that a little bit on Thursday on Chloe's Corner, just getting to meet him and going to his show too. So we're really stoked about that. But like we do every Monday show, I just want to preview some of the great music that's going to be around the Asheville scene for the week. And I would like to give a quick shout out to Patrick from Live for Live Music. He's the guy that, I don't know how much money he's making. He's making any at all, but he takes the time to post every show that's played in Asheville throughout the week. And that's what I use to find this. So Patrick, if you're listening, shouts out to you, man. But Tuesday we have, like we always do, at the One World West, we have the Grateful Family Band. On Thursday we have Jerry's Dead, One Stop Downtown. We have the Bald Mountain Boys. This is a bluegrass band out of Asheville at Pisgah Brewing. And we have Fee Fi Fo Fish, and I know we talk about them every Thursday. Our friends from there, Hannah, Alex, Ben, and the bass player, I don't know his name. But I went to their show last week, and they were just really killing it. So if you have the time Thursday, I know they play late, but go check them out, man. It's $10. It's an awesome show. They're really, really killing it right now. And I'm not even a big Fish guy, but they're slowly converting me. And then on Friday, we have the Dirty Dead, which is a North Carolina-based Asheville funk band that does Dead cover tunes. And it's at Shiloh and Gage, which is a really cool venue. That's where I first saw Isaac Haddon. So go check that one out if you can. And then going into the weekend, on Saturday, we have the Empire Strikes Brass. And, I'm not exactly sure where that is. Let me check real quick. I think it's at the Grey Eagle, maybe? Empire Strikes Brass. Here it is. That is going to be at... It's at the Grey Eagle Music Hall. So, Empire Strikes Brass, March 1st, 8 p.m., Grey Eagle. Check that one out. That should be fun. We're trying to set up an interview with those guys too, so hopefully we can hear from them soon. And then on Sunday, we finish up with the Bluegrass Boys at Jack of the Wood. I think there have been a band that's been playing there for a while, and they've just kind of got their residency back, so they'll be there. And that's pretty much it for me, man. It was good weekend here, good week in Asheville. Still coming down from the Billy String show. Really feel like I'm hitting my stride here. I think March is going to be one of our best months yet. This week in March, we're just really hitting stride. And I couldn't do it without all you guys, without all your support. So again, I think I say it every episode, but appreciate you guys, love you guys. Keep subscribing on the YouTube, follow on the Spotify. Make sure to rate on the Spotify if you haven't. I think that helps the algorithm, and again, the more people we can see, the better. So thank you guys again for all your support. I hope you liked today's interview. If there's someone you want to see on the podcast, someone you think you can help get in the podcast, hit my DMs on Instagram, alljammedup_. I pay attention to those. I answer that. I read all the requests, so it's not going to go unknown. So hit me up. That's it for me. You guys have a great week, and remember, wherever you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be.
Come along, have a drink with me. We can talk about the world and how the world it turns so slow. Day and night I found cars they drive and planes they fly. I look into the sun and the sky, you're so bright. It's you that I have found. Oh, and I know there's not much longer now.